Hey guys, it's Ari here. In honor of the holiday, I wanted to show you guys how I got into this devilish look. So I hope you guys will enjoy it. Happy Friday the 13th. Let's get spooky, bitches. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Sorry I haven't posted for a little bit. I was kind of lacking in the creativity area, but Halloween season has officially arrived, so I'm feeling a little bit more inspired. And we're trying new things, so bear with me. So this will be my first time messing around with body paint. We're gonna be going for a little bit of like a devil girl look. Okay, I was never using this stuff before. I have no clue how this is gonna go. However, I did read that this paint is like water activated, or like if you want it to be intense, you want to get water on it. So I wetted down my sponge, got some in there. You can kind of see how intense this is gonna be. Ooh, yes. Yes. I'm excited for this, you guys. So you don't have to sit here and watch the entire process of me just painting myself red. Just kind of wanted to show you guys how this works out. So I will be back with a little bit more coverage. So in returning, in a little farther along the process, I'm not sure if it's gonna stain or not. I mean, if not, I'm going to look really weird picking up my kid from school, but oh well, she probably won't be surprised. Had to put a little bit more of my hair up. The more water you get on this thing, like the farther it stretches. It's pretty awesome, and it smells really good. So far I'm not minding like having it all over the body. I kind of do like that my tattoos show through a little bit. I don't know if that would bother anybody else, but I don't know. Tattoos are kind of associated with the devil sometimes, so I think it's pretty cool. And just to show you guys what they kind of look like when they come inside the package, they're these guys. I got mine from sclera-lenses.com. I know you can get them from a few places. Just make sure it's legit. You don't want to be putting something in your eyeballs that you don't know whether it's going to harm them or not. Okay, so first things first, make sure to wash your hands before you put your fingers anywhere near your eyeballs. Next step, and everybody's gonna have different ways of how they put these in, or from what I've seen anyway. The easiest way for me is to like get the contact, see if you can tell if it's on the right side or not. Normally it'll bubble out just a little bit more if it's not. Anywho, then I like to take it and fold it in half like a little taco. And this is a warning for anybody who has like issues watching eye stuff or whatever. This next part can get a little teary / eye watery, so I warned you. So after I've folded the contact in half, I like to hold my top eyelid open and kind of slide the contact underneath this eyelid until I can pull down and kind of have it pop into the bottom. So you'll see what I mean in this next step. Also, having the one sclera in and the one colored eye is making me look very cross-eyed. My apologies. Hopefully I have it at a good enough angle so you guys can see what I'm doing. But after I have folded my contact in half, I take my other hand, I lift up this eyelid, and I keep it lifted until I can get this guy far enough up there until I can pull this one down and kind of pop it into place. Ta-da! And then I'll kind of sit here for a minute, close my eyes, kind of rub out any air bubbles that might be in there. Let them get used to them for just a second. And surprisingly, scleras for me are a little more comfortable than like regular colored contacts. And I don't know if it's because they sit behind my eyelid, but that's kind of my theory on it. And if you have like blurry vision a little bit, just know that it's normal. You have a giant contact in your eye, so don't panic. Okay, and since I am taking you guys on this learning journey with me, I started out using one of these little sponges that I typically use for like midnight cream makeup or stage makeup. And then I switched over to using my foundation brush and like kind of smoothing out some of the areas that I saw that were super splotchy. If you want a way more even base, go with this guy. 20 times easier. It's made my life a whole lot easier. I'm glad I at least made the switch now. Use a foundation or base brush, skip the sponge. You can use, actually, you know what, you can do whatever you want, but this for me has been easier and faster. Alrighty, so after we have a red base down, I'm gonna go through and darken up some parts to kind of add a bit of a contour. And then I have a lighter shade of red that I'll be using of the body paint to put on like my cheeks, so we have a little bit of a highlight, adding a bit more dimension to the look. However, when you're using it, if you don't wet your foundation brush, it just kind of adds more of like a, I guess, sheer coverage rather than a full coverage that we started with. So I just dabbed a little bit after the brush has kind of dried off, and I'm going to be putting it right on my cheeks where I would normally contour, which I've already done on this side. See, just darkening it up a little bit. And just because I have a weird way of doing things and I kind of want to give my eyes a little bit of a break before I go in there with some eyeshadow or anything, I'm just going to do my lip next using Jeffree Star's Weirdo. Okie doke. And then next I'll be using Anastasia Beverly Hills in Granite, just like her pencil brow definer. I've never tried like to blend or do eyebrows over face paint, so we'll see how this goes. That, you know, and I'm like half blind with these contacts in, so if my eyebrow ends up like over here, know that I tried. Okay, so I decided to switch over to like a CoverGirl pencil liner just because it's a lot more oily and it spreads better over the paint. But I am not gonna lie, y'all, I am blind as a bat right now. I have no idea if this makeup's gonna turn out. Do I ever know? Not really, but even more so on this one. So next thing we're gonna go in with is just a black smoky eye. So as we know, you start with just putting your black on the base of your eye. And then after you got your base down, I can talk, I promise. After you've got your base down, you kind of just go in, or this is how I do it, and just feather everything out. And then for this next part, I like to put like a little bit of black underneath my entire eyeball. It just kind of like brings the sclera in a little more. But then I like to go towards the outer edge of my eye and kind of make it darker. Because again, it makes your eyeballs look bigger, and I am all for the huge anime eyes. And surprisingly, it's been pretty easy to do the makeup like over the paint. Like everything's blending the way I want it to. It's almost like it provided a layer of primer, if you will. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to use face paint as primer, but we're working with it. Again, I always get myself into these extreme projects and I'm like halfway through and wondering like, what have I done? Why do I get the urges to do these things? Anywho, after I've got the base black down, then I just like to go through and kind of feather everything out. If you want to darken anything up, you can. So after it like darkened underneath my eye, I kind of just took this blending brush and dragged everything a little down so you can get like a fade out underneath your eye. I don't even know if I'm using the correct terms. I'm just like naming things, so I'm sorry. And then after that, just take your pencil liner and line inside your eye like Ohio is for lovers. Then we're gonna go ahead and put on some mascara. And then of course, what does more black always need? More black. So next step, I'm just going to apply my eyeliner. Okay, and then I'm gonna go through and then just highlight as I normally would. So on the cheekbones, a little tip of the nose. So the next thing I did was just put on my eyelashes, and then I added the red to my ears because I didn't realize that even with my wig on, you can kind of see them. And then next part, I'm just gonna cover my hands in the red body paint and wait for them to dry a little bit so I can actually touch things. And forgot to mention, I mean, I think it's clear, but you probably don't want to wear something that you don't want to get stained. I haven't tested washing any of this yet, but I am wearing black, so I think it's fine that I'm getting red on it, but just a fair warning. I should probably put that at the beginning of the video, but here we are, now you know. Now I have my wig on, so this is where I'll decide where I want like my horn placement. And all I use to keep it on is my eyelash glue, and they're just like these little devil horns I got off of Amazon. So you just paint the back of these guys and then you stick them and hold them for about 30 seconds. When I do mine, I literally just paint and coat the entire back of it. So it'll look a little bit like that. Then you decide where you want this guy. Sorry, I didn't realize I'm off camera. And stick. Hopefully it's even facing the right way. With these contacts and everything's a blur. Now that my hands are dry enough to function, I also put in, as you guys can tell, my fangs because I have a freaking lisp from hell. But yeah, I think the devil would have some things. So I added some of these guys, and then my very last step is just going to be to glue on my nails. And voila, only like 4 hours later, you are set to go. But yeah, this is my finished look. I added a little tattoo because, you know, she's extra. Yeah, and I got these nails from Amazon, but I painted and shaped them myself. And ta-da! It's your ex. Just kidding. So yeah, thanks for joining me, guys. I hope to see you guys again soon. I hope you enjoyed this look. I had a bunch of fun creating it, and I will see you guys soon. Leave me a comment, like, and subscribe. Love you.